Alright, what is up guys? Welcome in for your Tuesday live boot camp here with Never Settle. Now, short on time again here today guys, so as you make your way in, be sure to love this video, comment a few names under this video, and then share this video to your main page. Now get your spaces set, grab your waters, and we'll see you back here in about 45 seconds. Alright guys, what is up again? So let's jump into this warm up and get these bodies ready for our main circuit. So we got 1 round, 2 exercises. We're going to start tonight off with 6 inchworms. So we're going to get into a shoulder lift stance, slight bend in the knee, and then we're going to use everything else based off our hips to try to get a nice good pull in the back of those legs. So as you stand there, shoulder lift stance, knee slightly bent, push those hips back, getting your hands out to the floor, walking yourself out to a full plank position, and then continuing to walk yourself back in, maintaining a stiff leg position, feeling that pull in the back of the legs, and then fully extending, come into a stand at the top through your hips. So we're going to repeat that for 6 total reps, and then move over to 1 set of windmills, where we're going to get into a irregularly large stance, hands out in T position, knees are still slightly bent, and still working through those hips, pushing those hips back as you bring that opposite hand over to the foot, slight hesitation in the middle, and then alternate throughout. Alright, so we're going to do 6 inchworms, 20 windmills, then we're going to jump right in to that main circuit. So guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, shoulder lift stance, knees are slightly bent, and try to get that slight pull in the back of those legs, and let's go. Alright guys, 20 windmills, wide stance, T position, and again, maintain that slight bend as you push those hips back, bring that opposite hand foot. Alright guys, there you have it. That is our warm-up. Go ahead and take a slight break, grab a drink, and we'll see you back in about another 45 seconds to get kicked off with our main circuit this evening. right, guys, listen up real fast here. 3 exercises, 3 rounds. First thing up here is going to be our T push-up. So this is going to be a push-up pretty much combined with a side plank. And be sure you finish one motion before you start the next. That way you maintain balance and continue to keep that core properly engaged. So push-up plank position as always. Body's completely parallel to the floor. As you go into that push-up, leading with the chest, keeping the body parallel. Come up. You're going to bring one hand off, spin those hips out, chest out, turn into a side plank before going down, putting that hand back to the floor, going to another push-up, and then alternating that side plank. So we have 8 reps here. It's going to be essentially 4 each. If you need some assistance, go ahead and drop down to those knees and still complete this movement, just taking half your body weight out of it while bringing the legs down to the ground. Be sure as you sing, you keep those hips extended so that you're properly lowering your entire upper body and not keeping those hips high up, putting some awkward tension on the elbows and shoulders. Next up, we're going into a squat with a high knee, so going back to that shoulder width stance. Hands are going to be up behind the head, and we're going to do a cross-body high knee at the top of our squat. So you sit down in that chair, keep the heels flat, come up, opposite leg to knee, and back down. And just like with those push-ups, you're going to go squat, then high knee, squat, then high knee, just like push-up, then side plank. So you're going to alternate through one squat per touch, one push-up per side plank. So keep that in mind there. Keep those hands up and try to get that knee and that elbow as close together as you can by being more explosive with the knee here, bringing it up, firing those lower core muscles to be engaged, and try to maintain your balance. You can also bring up a chair, completely sit down, stand back up, and then still jump into that high knee at the top of your move. That is therefore if you're struggling to keep your heels flat to the floor and you're putting more weight there on the posterior side through your toes, giving a lot of pressure to your knees. So heels are flat, hands behind the head, explosive high knee, bringing that knee to that elbow at the top. 12 reps there, 6 and 6 as you alternate throughout. Last but not least, plank switches. Going back to that push-up plank form. And then from there, we're going to go one arm at a time. Right arm down, left arm down, right arm up, left arm up. That is 1 repetition. We're going to go 5 straight reps favoring that right arm, and then move over with 5 more straight reps favoring the left arm. And when I say favor, I mean whichever arm is going down first and coming up first is the side that you're favoring at the time. So once you complete 5 straight, go ahead and switch it up and do the very same thing on the opposite side. Just like those push-ups, you can bend those knees, take half your body weight out the movement, or you can separate your feet, giving yourself a wider base to work with so that you got more stability if it's a struggle for you to keep those hips from being so high up in the air. So 18 push-ups, 12 squats with a high knee, and then 5 plank switches each side, guys. 3 rounds here. Let's crush this and move over to our abs for tonight.
All right, guys, you heard it. 3 movements, 3 rounds. We're going to knock this out pretty quickly, starting with those T push-ups. 8 reps here. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1. Looking good, guys.
Alright guys, be sure to breathe in as you lower that chest down. Breathe out as you push back away and turn out into that side plank, keeping those hips nice and high. 8 reps going up and down to our squats with high knees. 12 reps, alternating through just like we did with those push-ups. Squat, then high knee, opposite elbow and knee, and be explosive, bring that leg from the floor. And go. Keep those heels down. Shouldn't be going through your toes.
All right, guys, looking good. We have that plank switch coming up. 5 on each. So we're going to favor that right side starting out.
All right, guys, 5 and 5. Ready, and go. guys. Round one down, 2 to go. Grab a quick drink, take a quick breather. See you back soon. All right, 1 down, 2 to go, round 2, 8 more T push-ups. Guys, and try to challenge yourself on some of the more advanced progressions if you aren't already. Push yourself to get better, make yourself a bit uncomfortable. That's how you get the most benefit out of this workout tonight.
Guys, remember you can do this on an elevated surface on your knees or full layout like what we are showing.
All right, here you go. Good deal, guys. Squats coming up next. And like I mentioned, if you need a chair, bring a chair up behind you. Sit down. That's all the squat is a seated motion. But keep those heels flat to the floor. Keep those hands up behind the head. And go.
Good, halfway. Chest forward, shoulders back.
All right, plank switch here. Again, wide stance on the feet. Hands to be elevated here as well, like the push-ups. But keep those hips stable. One side at a time, 5 straight. And go.
Go ahead and favor that left side. Right is to the right. Alright guys, excellent job team. You know what to do. Go ahead and hit up that comment section. Let us know how you're feeling. And as always, drop that fire emoji because you know we bring that heat. We will be right back here for our last round. All right, guys, last round, your best round. So as that fatigue starts to set in, make your mental tough and push through that burn. And this is where your results come here. Not when it's easy, but when it's at its hardest. So last 18 push-ups and go. Good job. Push-ups are officially done. They are now in your past.
Let's do the same with these squats. Heels down, hands up. Explosive knee to elbow. And go.
Good. Power up, power up. Last one each. Got it. All right, guys.
All right, last 10 here. 5 and 5. Ready? Go.
Right side again. Left. Woo! Way to go, guys. You should definitely be feeling the burn tonight. Go ahead and hit up that comment section. Let us know that you did finish this main circuit and you're ready for what's coming up next.
All right, guys, just as you said, hit that comment section. Drop that fire reflex arm, sinking back at 45 to finish this thing out with some abs.
last circuit, we have another 3 moves for 3 rounds. And as you guys know, this core circuit, and once we get through the demonstrations, it's just gonna flow, so listen up here.
All right, guys, 3 rounds, 3 movements. First up on our list tonight, get flat on your back. Legs are gonna be up in a big position where your feet are flat to the floor. You're gonna get started with some V crunches. From there, you're gonna make a V shape there with your hands, or I guess you can say a capital A. And then you're just gonna taking your fingertips up to the ceiling, but only coming up enough where you're feeling that contraction in those upper abdominals, getting that upper back off the floor, not coming up as we're doing a complete sit-up. So for 15 reps, you're gonna reach up, breathing in, tightening those abs, and repeating for 15 reps. Notice we're just coming up about halfway, just enough to contract those upper abdominals. That's all we need here. 15 reps, feet flat, hands up. And if you can't get as high as you like, do your best, breathe in and slow it up and create as much of a contraction there in that area as you can. 15 reps. Next up, stand flat on your back, short flutters. Legs are gonna be out straight, toes are pushed away from the body. And then coming up, ideally about 6 to 8 inches from the floor, we're gonna start a short flutter, keeping those legs pointed out, feet not too far apart with the spread, nice fair shape, keep working those lower core muscles. Guys, if you're feeling too much of that in the back, it's a little too uncomfortable, just tip your legs up higher. The higher you go, the less pressure you apply. Still find a challenging level, but do not stay at a point where you're feeling more pressure in your back than an actual challenge in those lower core muscles. 20 reps. Last but not least, Russian twist. Laying flat on your back, sitting up on your bottom. Legs are going to be up in the air. Feet can be together. They can be crossed or heels can be down. Either or, however, if those legs are elevated, you will feel more pressure in the overall core. From there, we're going to rotate outside to side, turn the chest, arms, everything in a full rotation, really implementing those obliques. So 30 reps every side is 1. And keep that in mind, it's gonna go fast, so make sure you keep your count. So 15 deep crunches, 20 short flutters, and 30 Russian twists. Now it's gonna go fast, but once we get started, we're not gonna stop, and we will meet you at the end.
All right, guys, you heard it. We're starting with those deep crunches, so get on your back, feet down, only coming up as far as you can. 15 reps in 3, 2, 1, reach up. Looking good, guys. Breathe. Short flutters, guys. Keep that lower back flat. 30 Russian twists. Alright guys, that's one round. You know what to do, so just keep burning it out. Keep moving. Keep crunches. Alright guys, excellent job. That's 2 rounds down, or you should at least be starting your second round now or getting close to it. Last round for us, if you're keeping our pace. Hey guys, you should be feeling that burn. Power through. Alright guys, excellent job. Way to go. If you're not done yet, just keep working, keep moving. You have time. So don't rush it, guys. Just challenge yourself. But when you do finish this last circuit, guys, go ahead and hit up that comment section. Let us know that you did by dropping that flex arm emoji and telling us that you guys completed tonight's workout.
Yes, guys, way to show up, way to show out, and as we said, keep working. You know the circuit. We're gonna go ahead and end it off here and see you back here Thursday, same time, same place, for our advanced training class. Now, guys, give yourselves a pat on the back. Make sure you follow this workout up with a nice, healthy replacement meal. That way, you're refueling and giving your body all those vitamins and nutrients it needs to help aid with that recovery. So, guys, with that being said, never give up.
Never lose hope.
And never settle.